Hi guys, welcome back. Today we will be discussing Kelvin cycle, also known as dark reaction. In the last video, we have already discussed about photosynthesis and how light reaction occur, which is the first step of the photosynthesis. And the second step today is the Kelvin cycle. Why is it called Kelvin cycle? Because of the name of the person who discovered it. His name was Kelvin. The scientist was named as Kelvin. Therefore, this whole cycle is known as Kelvin cycle. I'm going to give you a simplest detail of this process. Okay? The first thing that occurs in this cycle is the formation of temporary 6-carbon compound. How will it form? The first step is the reaction of carbon dioxide with that of the 5-carbon compound. Okay? The reaction of carbon dioxide, which is utilized in the photosynthesis, with that of the 5-carbon compound. Now, what is this 5-carbon compound and why is it called 5-carbon compound? It is called 5-carbon compound because it consists of 5 carbon atoms. And there are about 3 molecules of those 5 carbon compounds. Okay? So these 3 5 carbon 3 molecules of 5 carbon compound will then react with that of the 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. This 5 carbon compound is known as ribulose 1,5 biphosphate sugar. Okay? Its name is ribulose 1,5 biphosphate sugar. When this 5-carbon compound and this carbon dioxide reacts, this carbon and these 5 carbon compounds will react with each other. This will result in the formation of a temporary compound that is known as 6-carbon compound. There are 3 molecules that are combining. Okay? So there are 3 molecules of temporary 6-carbon compound are produced. Got it? Now this 6-carbon compound will split into 2 3-carbon compound one by one. That is the next step. That is the formation of glucose. What happens here is, now you can see these are the high energy molecules, ATP and NADPH. We studied in the previous lesson. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. NADPH stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, right? These 2 high energy molecules which were produced in the light reaction are now being utilized in the dark reaction. For what purpose? Energy is being given to this 6-carbon compound, so it gets splitted into 3-carbon carbohydrates. Now 6-carbon compound will be changed into 3-carbon carbohydrates. It's a tricky part. Now let's see. One molecule of 6-carbon compound will split into 2 molecules of 3-carbon carbohydrates, right? One molecule is splitting into 2 molecules of 3-carbon carbohydrates. How many molecules do we have? We have 3. So if one is splitting into 2, then 3 molecules of 6-carbon compound will split into 2 into 3 molecules of 3-carbon compound, which are 6 molecules of 3-carbon compounds of carbohydrates. Got it? So we had 3 molecules of temporary 6-carbon compound, which are then now splitted into 6 molecules of 3-carbon carbohydrates. I hope it is clear. If one molecule of 6-carbon compound is giving us 2 molecules of 3-carbon compounds, then 3 molecules of 6-carbon compounds will give us 6 molecules of 3-carbon carbohydrate. Now what will happen? From these 6 molecules, one 3-carbon carbohydrate will change into the glucose, that is the sugar C6H12O6. Okay? One of the 3-carbon carbohydrate will result in the formation of the glucose, which is C6H12O6. Clear? Now this takes us to the last step, that is the regeneration of 5 carbon compound. One molecule from this 6 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrate is changed into glucose. Now the rest which are left are 5 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrates. The only thing that will occur here will be the rearrangement of the different atoms. These 3 carbon carbohydrates will rearrange to regenerate the first 5 carbon compound, which was ribulose 1,5-biphosphate. Remember? So 5 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrate will then change into the 3 molecules of the 5 carbon compound, which was present in the first step here. Sorry. So present here in the first step. This is the first step. And then this whole cycle will continue again. There will be the recontinuance of the whole cycle. This way, this high energy molecules are being utilized. ATP is also being utilized here where there is rearrangement of atoms are occurring. These 5 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrates are changing into the 3 molecules of 5 carbon compounds, and the energy is being utilized here with the help of the ATP, which were generated during the light reaction. So in order to just summarize it, there are 3 steps. In the first step, 3 molecules of 5 carbon compound will react with the 3 molecules of carbon dioxide and result in the formation of the 3 molecule of 6 carbon compound, which are temporary. High energy molecules will provide energy to this temporary 6 carbon compound. It will then break down into the 6 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrates. One molecule will change into the glucose, which is the required product in the photosynthesis, and the rest of the 5 molecules of 3 carbon carbohydrate will rearrange to regenerate the original 5 carbon compound, which were present in the first step. So this concludes the Kelvin cycle in which high energy molecules are being utilized. This process usually occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. It occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. I hope this clears the whole process. If you have got any confusion, let me know in the comment section, and let me know which next topic you want me to discuss. And if you have got any other question, let me know that as well. And subscribe to my channel, share it, like it, and follow me on Instagram. And till next time, bye bye.